Just wanted to share with my team that, hey, we talk about gratitude all the time, but hey, how's it going, guys? Dan Kitajima here, back with another episode of How to Grow Your Insurance Agency. Today, I want to talk to you guys. What I talked to my staff about is how to take our agency to the next level. So, for you guys' case, how to take your agency to the next level. I've been an agent for 15 years, and my book of business is 16 million, and we're doing over 600,000 per month in new business sales. My first full-time job was selling insurance at AAA before I started my agency, and I've always been about sales. But the number one way that I feel would increase all our insurance agencies is to focus on retention. I did a little bit of math and figured, what if nobody that I signed up with canceled or expired? How much bigger my book of business would be? And it would be 10x what it is right now, even probably more than that. I actually didn't really do the math, but once I started doing it, I started realizing, man, there's so much, policies that lapsed. Obviously, that's going to happen, but what if? This is something that I want to share with my staff, okay? And to get them to buy into this, because sometimes when it comes to sales, it's really easy to compensate for performance for sales because, it's just based on percentage and how much you sell. But with retention, it's a little bit harder to incentivize good behavior. So it has to be a big picture thing where your team has to buy into providing great customer service, because motivation can't just be you got to provide great customer service so you won't get fired. It has to be something greater than that. So whenever you want to get your staff onto the same page, you have to let them know what's in it for them. First thing first, I want to establish to them that if our retention improves, or if it would have been 100% this whole time, then I wouldn't be the type of agency owner to buy a luxury car and then go on a trip for Europe for months. I still will be here. In fact, I will be spending more money back into the agency because I will have more capital to buy more leads so they can have more opportunity to hire more CSR staff. So some of the producers have a more sales focused position, and then also give raises, because the more money I make, the more money everybody can make. And that's something that you has to establish with your actions by always being here and always reinvesting back to your agency. And after years and years of doing that, there's going to be some trust built in with your staff that, hey, if the agency does well, then we all do well. And I told them, hey, if nobody canceled, then they're the ones who will be able to buy exotic cars and go on fancy vacations. I want to share with them and share with you guys that retention is key, because if you don't have the retention piece figured out, even though you could sell a whole bunch of policies, the back end is not figured out as far as what type of retention systems you have. You can't really scale. So once you really figure out the back system of how do you nurture the client and how to take care of them and what you do when they're pending cancel, and have all these systems figured out for retention, I think then you could really put more money into marketing and get more policies, because your ROI is going to improve because your lifetime value of your client's going to increase. So that's something that I'm really thinking about. And I just want to share with my team how to improve our retention. And we went around the room and talked about it, and people, gave me a lot of answers. We got to be available. I think that's super important, because besides price, the only thing that matters is convenience and speed to them. That's the only variable, because price we can't really control. Being available for them, hey, if they leave us a voicemail, if they text us or they email us, getting back to them right away. I think speed is super important. I think cross-selling is super important, because we all know the more policies we have in the household, the more stickier it gets. And then just having great attitude, and there's so many other things we talked about. But the one thing I want to share with them is because again, this is a big picture thing, and the overall attitude is going to change when we have a deeper sense of gratitude towards our customers. So to try to hammer this point home to my producers and my CSRs, I share with them a story which just happened earlier this exact same week. When I started my agency back in 2007, I started at a district office. It was a scratch agency, and we were just borrowing desks there. It just so happens this other agent, he started at the same time as me. He came from electric store. He was like a GM, and I think the electric store went out of business. He didn't have any insurance background, but he was an insurance agency owner. And then I came from AAA again, so I had 3 years of insurance sales experience. So I had a little bit of head start as far as how to sell insurance. We were sitting literally right next to each other, or he was in the conference room, I was in the conference room, and there weren't even assigned desks, so we were just all over the place. But he was in the vicinity, and I was just doing my thing. I was buying leads, I was making templates, getting off to a decent start, considering, I had some insurance experience. And since he didn't, he would ask me questions and I would help him. And, he would hear me sell policies, and he would see me hire my first staff, and he would hire his staff. There's just a lot of things that I was able to share because from what I learned from AAA. Yeah, we were just there for about 6 months. We kind of got our own offices and we kind of went our separate ways. And the last time I saw him before this week was at our DEM's funeral. We kind of shared a connection there because she meant so much for us, Darla Carruthers. She really helped us stay positive and patient during that time. Difficult years when you're starting off a scratch agency, and we were, operating at her office without having to pay her any rent. And she just made such an impact on our careers and other great agents too. We talked there, we caught up a little bit, and I haven't seen him since then. He set up a meeting with me, and he came in with some gifts, which was really nice of him. And he told me what he's been up to. After Darla's funeral, his older brother was diagnosed with cancer, and he unfortunately didn't make it. When he passed away, he actually found out he got the same type of cancer as his brother did. During COVID, he fought it, but he was bedridden for over a year. And there were honestly, he told me days that he felt that he wasn't going to make it. He sold his agency. That gave him some financial, freedom to just focus on getting better. But he told me that, well, he thought he couldn't make it. He told himself that if he was able to make it, that he was going to go around and, thank the people that has helped him throughout his life that he hasn't had a chance to thank. So thank God that he recovered. And now he's at ABC at a district. He's doing well. I was so happy. That was so great to see him doing better. And he came to my office and he thanked me for those early months when he first started in insurance agency ownership, and how he was able to learn from me. I didn't really think much of it because I was just, doing my thing and trying to survive. We were both trying to survive. We reminisced during those days, and then he said, hey, because of me, that he was able to grow his agency, get off to a good start and be able to sell it, and then not have any financial stress while he was recovering from his fighting cancer. Just wanted to share with my team that, hey, we talk about gratitude all the time, but when you don't have a chance, when you think about the end, and realistically, truthfully, one day we're not going to have a chance to be grateful for anything. So while we're still here, we want to be able to show gratitude towards the people that are helping us. And the people that are helping us are each other and our customers and our family members that help us with our careers, who support us. So I just want to share with them that, hey, let's show gratitude towards our customer every chance we have, because they ultimately write our paychecks, and they're the only reason we have a job, and they're the only reason we have an opportunity to have a better financial futures for our family. So I just want to share that story to you guys too, to have an opportunity to be thankful for everything. In business wise, that's going to be our clients, that's going to be our employees, because that is really the big picture way to be happy, and not have anything to complain about. Because as my friend's story, he's considering becoming an agent too. So it's really exciting to see his road to recovery. And he taught me a lot about making sure to say thank you to the people that have thanked you before you run out of time. So just want to share that with you guys. I want to personally say that I'm really thankful for you guys for watching and subscribing to this channel and watching my videos. It means a lot to me. I do this to try to help you guys and help you grow your agency a lot faster than the trajectory that I was on. Learn from all my mistakes. So I really appreciate you guys watching and letting me know that some of you guys have given me feedback that this channel has helped you. So that means a lot to me, because that's all I make these videos for. So until next time, stay hungry, let's get it, and stay thankful. See you guys.